At the age of 42, Chris Page has won 6 main games gold and 2 silver medals, competing in the main games powerlifting competition since 2005. Those who know him well will agree that he embodies the spirit of competition and the dedication to his sport. This year, Chris was named the Main Games Male Lifter of the Meet and the unofficial title of Maine's Strongest Man. Since powerlifting became a sport in the Main Games, Chris has competed every year with great success. This year he had lifts of 705 pounds in the squat, 441 pounds in the bench press, 623 pounds in the deadlift, for a total of 1,769 impressive pounds. On the stage, Chris is an imposing, elite athlete. All eyes are on him in competition because everyone knows that he is going to leave it all on the lifting platform, and he will not be cheated on any lift. Since the first Main Games powerlifting competition, he has been a fan favorite, but always a favorite with his fellow lifters.
He is the type of person, the saying, you don't want to judge a book by its cover, because you look at him and you think, oh, he's just a big muscular looking guy that, you think, oh, he might be kind of mean, but he's not. He's a great guy. He'd help anybody out. He really is just a sincere, great guy. If he's the type of guy, if you're a friend of his, you're a friend for life, and he'd do anything for you,
Chris is a wonderful guy. He's a very friendly person. He's very family-oriented. Family's very important to him. All of his friends that he has here at USA, at our facility, they really like him. They like to hang with him because he's just one of those regular guys that you have fun hanging out with.
What makes Chris's story even more remarkable is the fact that in November 2006, in a work-related accident, his left thumb was severed when a bale of wire rolled off his Central Maine power truck and crushed his hand.
I had an accident on the job where a reel of wire had rolled off a truck and severed my thumb in crushing part of my hand. And that was just 2 days after I had competed in a competition in Vermont and had done really well. I was on top of the world at that time. And just 2 days later, there I was with a severed thumb, partially crushed hand, and I was devastated. That was the first thing. I thought I'd never lift again.
The outlook did not look good for this elite athlete who depends so much on a strong grip. However, just 4 months after that accident, he claimed 2 silver medals in the 2007 Main Games despite having little or no grip with his left thumb. His love of the sport, competition, and the camaraderie shared with his fellow lifters drove him to overcome the potential career-ending injury and kept him lifting and doing his best. Despite having to alter his approach to the sport, Chris has found a way to continue to stay in the game and compete at a very high level. He has inspired other lifters who marvel at his strength of body, spirit, and character, including a para-Olympic athlete who until recently Chris coached in the bench press. Immediately following his accident, Chris had doubts about his ability to compete again when his protege, Craig Popper, now a college student in Minnesota, told him to get over it, noting it was just a thumb.
And I said, Craig, I can't grip the bar. I lose my grip at so many pounds, I've tested it. And he said, well, I'm in a wheelchair, and I still power lift.
And that was all Chris needed. What he'd given to his student, he was now getting back. When he's not training or competing, Chris can usually be found in northern Maine, the 5th or 6th grade classroom, teaching kids about electrical safety, or on the job site, working with crane operators or firemen or public safety workers, teaching them how to be safe around electricity. The National Congress of State Games is a collection of individual state games organizations all over America dedicated to providing the opportunity for amateur athletes of all ages and abilities to compete on a statewide stage, to practice good sportsmanship, and to develop healthy habits that can last a lifetime. The 2008 National Congress of State Games Male and Female Athletes of the Year epitomize the spirit of state games.